do that, and I hate it when I die to it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it gets more and more difficult to predict games nowadays because there's so many items, there's so many talents, facets, different things that impact different timings in the game, right? Like you might see a hero a lineup go. You think they're gonna win late game, but then there's some 25 talents that come into play later on. Like, for example, we saw the TA Melt Bash not that long ago.
Dude,
completely changed the matchup against certain heroes like Terrorblade, right? So yeah, it's kind of interesting how Dota develops like that way.
That is KJ, of course, on the bounty. Who knows? Maybe he'll be trying to find some couriers for his team. That's something that South America has done very well. If we remember the old days of Matthew, literally like a level 2 hero just sniping couriers at 10 minutes. That's exactly what people like to do so far.
Oh, look at Jab's items. That means he's gonna go jungle level 1, I believe, with this type of item build.
Holy moly.
Yeah, he even has snakes pre-skilled, so he's committed to the jungling. And you're playing against Bounty Hunter, which is definitely a hero that don't mind running after a Venomancer, right, in the jungle. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out. The Bounty Hunter has also placed really sneaky wards, so he has an easy time to track the Veno.
It's just double obs tower, so Jabs honestly has to farm like very far back, which, level 1 maybe isn't the worst in the world. It's not like you're going to be clearing multitudes of camps early on anyways.
It ramps up pretty quickly if you let this guy farm in jungle for free. So
he's all the way back at base.
Yeah, he really is. I think he might even wait completely to the bounty shows himself.
Really?
Or actually, he's
generally just trying to escape
back,
the bounty.
Got the Tango's clarity, and then he's putting snakes on himself, so he has full mana going out. Right?
Yeah, JT's pausing. He's like, guys, something's wrong. My Venomancer is still on the base.
Yeah. Perhaps. But maximizing the efficiency here, right? Running back to base, getting the 4 snakes on top of himself, and then coming out with full mana.
Dude. So that's what it is. He was kind of like going out to help out with runes, then did the snakes, then came back.
But yeah, exactly. But I think if you let this Venomancer farm jungle just for a couple of minutes with no contest, it gets really problematic, I think, because then suddenly the Bounty Hunter cannot run over there anymore and contest. There's just too much damage coming out of the Veno, right? So you have to track him level 1 and annoy him from the get-go.
It's interesting. So he went back to the base, slapped all the wards on him, but they only last 40 seconds, right? So he's still got to get out here. It feels like, what, 15 seconds of added efficiency that we're getting there?
Yeah, I mean, you anyways don't really want to show yourself to the bounty, so I guess it's not the biggest deal, but something, I guess. But yeah, I think see here what ends up happening. I haven't actually seen this matchup play out that much, the jungle Veno against the hero.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels like even just getting the XP would be really good, right? It doesn't matter if you actually do anything to the Veno.
Look how fast he's killing this hard camp. It's so crazy. Right?
Yeah.
So if you let this...
It is quite fast.
There's the bounty. Sees them.
Okay. He's here. Does he steal a big creep? Oh! He sees him! He sees KJ! He's just clicking him down. He's actually battling back. At this point, your bounty hunter is paid for himself. You're stopping this Veno from actually getting the CS that he wants. KJ got some of that XP. He's actually halfway to level 1. Or level 2.
Yeah, but look at Tidehunter. Tide is rotating top. I guess that's something we haven't talked about. The fact that they're actually putting the Enigma in the safe lane. And the Mag in the off lane, right?
Yeah.
So they're actually trying to dodge the lanes here. They don't want the Mag against the Monkey.
I'm a little surprised. I didn't think that they would be the ones wanting to dodge. I thought their lanes looked pretty okay. But Yuma is a very, very good Mag player. So I'm imagining that he's going to be able to use his skewer back as a way to keep himself alive versus 4-2-3.
Yeah, it might also be why they put him in the off lane, just so that the Mag has a better time, because Monkey King can't do much here.
Yeah, and hey, Yuma, another thing that monkeys don't always love to play against, he's got a ton of nuke damage. with that shockwave. So sometimes this lane can turn around for a Mag in a way you don't expect.
Oh, for sure. Mag is surprisingly strong in lane.
Yeah. Ollie is back, which means the top side should be Enigma versus Tide, which also feels like it would be Enigma favored. Of course, you do have a good amount of armor thanks to your passive, but still should be able to run that lane.
Tide is pretty happy here, I think. They can't really do much to him. And he can even solo, right? So, and they have a jungle Venomancer, so I think it's a nice lane setup for Moodeng at the moment. Good King jungle. So low. Might suicide himself.
All right, so...
Oh, Jabs gets the first blood. Because,
oh, interesting.
All right.
The Poison Sting?
I think it was just that he took some damage. Like, I don't know how long you need to be without having taken damage before it resets, but I guess he just took damage like 30 seconds or whatever ago.
He gets the XP for that as well, right? Because he got the kill. It wasn't like he got the kill for it.
Nah, I don't think he gets XP, but...
You don't think so? Oh, okay.
I don't know. I don't think he did. I think he would be level 3 if he did.
That's fair. That's fair. He's almost there. And now KJ just continuing to wreak havoc on the map right now. I feel like he's played every lane except for his own. And so far, it's working out for him.
I feel like this is a very good situation for Moodeng at the moment. Like, telling you, this Venomancer, he's gonna be a problem soon.
It probably will. It just means this bounty hunter needs to stay on him, I'd hope. He can get some of that XP as well. But the sentry is actually really good, just right in the middle of that crystalline structure. And this is exactly where Jabs is wanting to farm. 3 camps right around. You can make this your home for a while.
They kind of built their entire draft around having this jungle Venomancer too, right? Which is cool. Which is something that you kind of have to do if you want to play the zero in jungle. Because normally you are sagging one lane completely, right?
Yeah.
By having a jungle hero. But in this case, they have a Tidehunter completely fine against Enigma. And they have the Monkey King Phoenix lane, which is also very solid. So they're getting away with it.
I honestly thought that Whisper would be having a little bit of a better time, but the Eidolons are just getting way too close to JT. He's clearing them out. And not only is this Ty going to have a good time, but honestly, if the Enigma doesn't start to get a lot more CS, he's not going to have many of these early items that I think you really want to have to face up on this early Venomancer coming out of the jungle.
Yeah, I actually wonder what the reasoning for them to put the Enigma safely in this game was. Because I would say that it would be more beneficial for them to have normal lanes in this game, but well, if we can maybe ask about that later on.
That's true. Gotta root for them to figure out what their secret is, because it's a little rough right now, it feels. They are starting to block camps on this Venomancer. Jabs, he'll find that out soon, but he's already, I don't know, I feel like the damage has already been done. He's gotten so much out of this. His side lanes are starting to stabilize, and he could even maybe get the kill on KJ here. He's forced to TP away in the puck. The nuke damage isn't in time. There's only 1 kill, and it was Bounty Hunter going down to a tower.
Right. I think one thing to consider is the fact that Lina is absolutely destroying this puck in mid lane. Look at the net worth difference here.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like that Laguna did no damage, but I was actually just basically getting rid of the shield rune. And Abed, yeah, very low net worth right now. I'd guess partially because of the Bounty Hunter spending so much time in here, but hey, now the Muerta is in too. The calling is one hell of a drug. Already silent stump, but more just forced down to the tower range.
Oh, there's the... Ooh, Whisper. There's the 4-2-3 gate move we talked about earlier coming into play here.
And I don't even think that they have to do that. That's just cherry on top. Already doing so well in these side lanes. This could be really nice, though. If they do manage to steal both Wisdom runes, this could be a way back, maybe.
Looks like they will, unless Phoenix has no Firebirds right now, so I think there's no chance, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Really well done from KJ. I feel like, you know, even though we did say this, Benno getting a lot of job done in the jungle, KJ's doing a lot on his own. And with this double XP, he may even go down here. Who cares? You got the double.
Yeah, it's okay. You forced the puck TP, right? Puck is still
I mean,
lowest net worth, you know, of all the cores.
Right after getting a coil kill on that bounty, you were still under the net worth of your jungle Veno.
Yeah. I think if he continues to farm, a lot of heroes will be soon.
Yeah. Good news, bad news. Good news. Jabs is more farmed than your mid laner. Bad news. Your mid laner is not farmed. Thankfully, JT is having one hell of a time, and he didn't even skip the Ravage. Some people will actually do that if they're really farming it up, but not JT. He's using that to get kills.
Yeah, I mean, if there's a chance to use it, you're gonna skill it, right?
Yeah.
But just following the Enigma around, actually, this seems like a very good counter to Enigma if you look at it. Even just following him around, I don't think this feels good for Enigma at all. Just your Eidolons die in one anchor.
Yeah, I didn't think that it could be this good, because like look at his skill build in order to make this happen, right? Obviously you need a lot of points in the anchor smash to keep on killing the Eidolons, and then you need 2 points in your Kraken Shell, making sure that, you know, Whisper can't just stun you and you no longer get close. But Schofield, there's a lot of heroes on top of him here. Should go down. Looks like Abed gonna help out with Ollie, but the Laguna Blade gonna take down Jabs in return. He'll stand in the coil on Ollie. He's in danger, stunned up the Dragon Slave. More than enough. That's a double kill for Analog in the mid lane here.
Yeah, man. Oh my god, he has 5,000 net worth against the 2.7 of Puck. This Lina is kind of out of control right now. And yeah, you have a really farmed Tidehunter, but there's a limit to what a Tidehunter can do, right? Like, he is kind of just this tanky blob, right? And one Ravage.
Yeah.
So it's not really the hero you want to be snowballing. You would much rather have Puck or a Monkey King up there in that type of net worth range.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's really good versus the Mag, of course, but thankfully his one-to-one matchup, the Enigma, Enigma eventually should be able to deal with the Tide, right? Black Hole does not care about Kraken Shell.
Yeah, or you just kill everybody else, right, and kill the Tide last. Plus, you also get the Axe on Lina, and I think then you can shoot the Tidehunter pretty easily.
True. You see this here. Already a ton of damage done, but poor Veno is just instantly nuked out. That is a farmed Venomancer. That kill actually means a lot to Analog. And KJ is bold, honestly. Okay. You know, sometimes you have a notion, you're like, man, I really feel like he shouldn't be allowed to walk there. I'm glad I'm vindicated.
They do get the rune, though, for the Lina.
Word. That's it. You pinged the rune in the bottle, be like, I did that. Oh no, the sentry down as well. See, this is what I feel. You know, whenever you're a bounty hunter, eventually they get tired of it. Even if they waste 150 gold to sentry up the entire mid lane, they'll do it. And so far, I mean, the game is slowing down a good bit. Not that it was really heating up to begin with, but it's just been these kind of mid-engagements getting anybody else some gold. But Puck really needs this. Very behind in the net worth. She needs some time to catch up. But at the same time, as Puck is just getting back to normal net worth, Analog is getting closer and closer to Ags, which could dominate this game.
Yeah, for sure. At the same time, though, you can kind of see the strength of the jungle Veno, right? Like, he's on par with Puck, closing in on Monkey King. Like, you are gonna have pretty much full course in terms of net worth on Moodeng Warriors, whereas the Enigma has kind of been slowed down by the Tidehunter. They do kill the Monkey King top, though.
4-2-3. Use the mischief to dodge one spell, but didn't save it for the Laguna. I'm sure he lives there if he saved it. There's 4 heroes. He was dead.
So I think, but basically, I think it's very important for Heroic to keep getting these type of kills, because otherwise they might get out farmed by Moodeng. Then the question becomes, what can you actually get in terms of items to make this kind of make or break the game, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you have like 4 or 3 very greedy cores, honestly, and like Analog still looking for the Ags. Magnus isn't really going to go like the kidnap build and just like try to drag people in. Like, he wants to make sure that he is also scaling. The Enigma, with a little bit of a rough time to start, he's still trying to get his net worth. So like, Heroic really wants to farm, but at what point are you regretting it? Because, as you said, this Veno is getting huge. Puck is eventually going to have the Witchblade, which, you know, will be good for killing people maybe. Like, who's going to have the stronger timing earlier if we just keep farming like this?
It seems like Moodeng will have it, right? It's gonna be hard for Heroic to fight into Ravage, the Vlads, the Egg, and you're gonna have support items on Venomancer racking up as well. But I mean, if they start winning some fights or getting some kills on Heroic, and you do have the track, right, which can offset some of the net worth difference.
Oh, using it now. Whisper has the drums, so he'll get out of there. Feels like he still needs a little bit of focus from his team, maybe, to help make sure that he's still getting that net worth. But at the same time, Lina could dominate the game once she gets this Ag. So maybe they're just going to toss the baton, right? Give Lina the Aghanim Scepter, then they'll start focusing more on letting Enigma get that safe farm.
Yeah, I also think Enigma doesn't need that many items potentially this game. He's so annoying, this bounty.
Oh, very, but he's right next to the ancient stack. He gets the deny.
Yeah, nicely
you know,
done by
Divine
him.
may be gone, but they're using his voice line anyways.
We see Enigma going for the blink earlier as well. Usually we see them buy auras nowadays, but I think given the state of his game, I think he just decided that it's better to get blink BKB perhaps in this game. Oh, they might get the puck here.
They could. Silenced up with the calling here. LSA connects as well. So much nuke damage. And that's going to be another kill for Analog. And with that one, he might have that Ags very, very soon. In fact, I think it's on the way.
No, he needs, what, 250 gold?
Oh, like 200.
And then he'll have it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is so early. Imagine having that at 15 minutes. It's just so much damage, yeah.
Is he going to have it actually before the Witchblade is out on Puck? I think so.
Yeah, it looks like it. Puck has like no game at all.
Yeah, it's a 4,000 net worth difference. You don't usually see that from the mid lane. And also when you see a 4,000 difference between mid laners, you usually see a bigger net worth lead. But this Venomancer honestly has enough net worth that you're kind of coping it up. Like, you know, it's not so bad. Between Jabs and Abed, we have one full mid laner.
It's kind of interesting to think about them picking Puck into Lina, us theory crafting about them putting Lina somewhere else and punishing the Puck. They didn't need to do that. That Lina did it all by herself, right?
Right.
So, yeah, maybe that's also a bit questionable, picking the Puck into Lina. I guess the Puck can counter Lina in the game, right? If you coil her and catch her, but if the lane goes this badly, I don't know if it's the best choice.
Right. I think honestly KJ was helping that out, right? Being in the mid lane, stealing some of that XP, making Abed really question whenever he was able to move forward, thanks to this bounty just being in his lane constantly. And as you said, he wanted to go for the Orchid. His net worth isn't crazy. They're not getting a lot of kills off the back of him, but I feel like once this Ags is out and Lina really wants to start making some better moves, this Orchid is going to come online faster than you think.
Yeah, and even if it's a bit late, it's still like a good Orchid game. It's very annoying for Venomancer, Phoenix, even Tidehunter to get Orchided.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, wow. Analog, I don't... That's interesting. Actually, I went for the Shard first, and now we'll finish out the Aghanim Scepter. So what do you think was the thought on that? Just like damage is cool, that's it?
I don't know, that's a good question. Maybe he feels like it's almost like too early for the Aghanims to have much value.
It feels wrong. Nobody should have an Aghanim Scepter this early.
I actually don't know. I don't play that much Lina.
Oh,
so
Schofield, it's a nice calling. I don't know if you get out of this one. Oh, never mind. He's pressed to R and he gone. Still should get the tower though. I think. If you're Analog or in your team, like
you're
close to your items. Do you want to fight this?
No. You don't want to fight into this Tide right now. You can't really surpass him, right? Yeah, he's too beefy. So you just dodge, keep farming. You also saw Heroic. They're all just staying in their positions. Nobody was even thinking about it, I think.
Yeah. Does have Blink on Enigma? You know, Blink BKB Black Hole feels uncounterable this game. I mean, sure, maybe if you time an egg really well, but otherwise, it should just be Whisper's game.
Oh, the egg is kind of annoying to play around because if it's down, you can't really black hole. And Monkey King Ring as well, but I'm having that. Nice.
Oh, now that is some teamwork. KJ leading in with the stun, setting up for Analog. It may not be a Hex, but it's doing pretty well so far.
Yeah, I mean, very well done, right? You basically set up the kill on a puck with an Invis bounty hunter. That's it, right?
Yeah.
So, pretty clutch.
He doesn't even need the Orchid.
Nope, not right now at least. But he will have it soon. I mean, the thing about these track kills is it gives bounty hunter himself so much gold.
Yep. He's really smart about it, right? He's getting the stun, then he's stunning out the track. He's not, telegraphing what he's going to do to this puck first.
But even though the Venomancer has a lot of net worth and has been uncontested, more or less, he hasn't really been able to have much impact in the game.
That hurts. That hurts a lot.
What did he kill there?
It was going to be close.
Did he kill the pipe?
He did. He killed the headdress and the recipe, and now KJ, he should just die here. Yeah, 4-2-3 has the stun. So it looks like Jazz actually, he can't even control it. It's just the wards hitting. 4-2-3 unable to get that last hit, so even more gold to the Venomancer.
Yeah, but I think you don't mind that as King Jungles. Your whole team is farming. It's definitely fine.
That's a space death. I'll give him that one. Whenever you're dying on the Wisdom Rune, there ain't even a Wisdom Rune there. Yeah, that's probably fine. What is Yuma got? All right, so he's got Harpoon. He's got the BKB. He's had a lot of free time with that Empower. And so far, I feel like his items doesn't need to be Blink Initiation, right? He kind of just has to be a body for his team, as he is going to be the frontliner for this one, waiting for the Enigma counter initiation.
Yeah, I was just about to say, with this BKB on Mag and the Blink Dagger on Enigma, Axe on Lina, I think it's gotten to the point where you can actually start team fighting Moodeng. I don't think they will.
Analog didn't even think it was worth the Laguna, huh?
No, you don't need it, I guess. But it doesn't feel like it's... Moodeng really has a lot of damage right now, right? If Monkey King doesn't get like a sick Wukong off, it feels like Heroic can just kite the fight.
Yeah. It's kind of a symptom of the puck lane, right? I think they would have expected this puck to be a little bit more farmed, as did we from that lane, but they see somebody coming through the portal. Who is going to await? Oh, looks like nobody. Just pump faking.
Roche is going through though, but doesn't really seem like Moodeng can really kill it at this point, so...
So far, still stagnant. Only 12 kills here so far, but once this first Roche goes down, I'm sure it'll be good. It's a weird spot because I think Heroic, they really value where they are on the map right now. They don't want to leave and take Roche and lose this map control that they've gotten so far.
Yeah, I think also they pretty much see everything, right? With the wards that they have. They kind of know exactly where Moodeng is, and I think they feel really comfortable in this game. Now, there is a Wisdom Rune coming up that we might see.
He didn't steal the 14-minute one, right? Like, they've gotten one Wisdom in this game. Yeah, okay, they've gotten one. So hopefully, okay, looks like they will battle him back here using the ulti from Jabs. He's trying to silence and TP away. Is it enough? He gets back into the base, and I think he's alive.
He's fine. Nice. I mean, I did think that he was a bit optimistic to go for that 21-minute rune, but I mean, he gets out alive and forces 3 heroes over there, so it's still very annoying.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised. I feel like sometimes you're able to take a few heroes and just like, well, we can protect this Wisdom Rune and kill whoever shows up on Moodeng to try to kill him. But, it's fine even if you drag all those heroes away. It's sure they get the Wisdom, but your team is getting so much net worth out of this one.
Yeah.
They may even get themselves a shard. I think this one will end up going to Schofield, but there it is.
That's it. Kind of underwhelming.
Right, yeah, it's like Schofield or KJ, right? I don't think either of their shards are really great.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The bounty shard is quite nice. But
I suppose it could be nice actually giving that one to Yuma, right? He gets to show up, invis, maybe get a nice initiation.
Yeah, also when you get level 15 talent, right? Then you get damage reduction on your...
Yeah, wow. That's crazy. 30%.
Yeah, it is.
That's a lot of damage.
It's quite crazy. Also just like, it's almost like a pseudo save, right? It's like a glimmer.
Yeah.
You just use it on your ally who's in trouble or whatever, and they
Right.
get damage reduction by dusts, not only for bounty, but just in general.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a smoke
geez.
coming up here.
And they want to get something. They feel strong. I'm with them.
They have
It
a
feels
ward.
like your team has been strong for a long, long time. And yeah, under the ward is this Tide. Gonna, oh no, I don't think that was how you wanted to do that. But on the other side, Lena still wanted to get a kill here. Has to pop the BKB and run away. I'll say, all in all, for a team that's up 4K net, a little disastrous, all in all. Because all you really get is the egg out of that.
What happened there with the skewer? Did the shockwave cancel it?
They
or?
dead-shotted the shockwave away. It's kind of like Danny DeVito
okay.
with the plank, like, oh, no, you don't, and pushing him back. Because, you know, the skewer would have brought him back in. I think even into the calling they could have done. So I'm a little surprised.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
sure that won't happen again.
Yeah, but I also don't know how good of a goal that was. Like, you are skewering a Tidehunter with
Yeah.
a pipe into all your team, and I mean, it could have been ugly for Heroic, honestly. So
Sure.
it's hard to say.
I mean, they have the Atos and the calling. I guess they were hoping that they just keep him in there because it's not like you can crack and shell that.
Sure.
Glowing Glimmer.
That's a
You know,
kinda nice
the
wall.
patch really had annoyed me for a while until I'm queuing into games where there are 4 Glimmer capes on the enemy team. Now I'm starting to feel it. Oh, nice shard from JT.
Yeah, Phoenix going Glimmer. Venomance already has his. Bertha going Glimmer.
It's a lot. Thankfully, I think you know when Glimmer is good if the bounty queues it up. Then we'll really feel it.
Yeah, kind of slow game. Neither team really wants to team fight each other. Also
I'm a
seems
little
a bit difficult, right? You're gonna fight into Tide. I don't know. It's not that easy to fight into this Tide. At the same time, it's kind of hard for Moodeng to really catch Heroic off guard because of the bounty on the scouting and yeah.
I think it's especially weird because, like, I feel like Moodeng could actually take Roche if they really wanted to. Like, now or any time, they just don't think they're strong enough. And you grew up into this, you know, tight Roche pit with a RP and a black hole. It's a little bit hard. So if they were the ones that were definitely ahead, I think this game would be getting out of control. But Heroic, I don't think they have the lead anymore that they think they do, especially after that missed go in the Tide Hunter.
I think the problem for Moodeng is their Roshan is quite slow. It's not that they can kill it that fast, so that if they could have killed it fast with a TA or something, they would have definitely done it behind the Tide, but the smoke might lead to something here.
Mine, they're trying to find Ollie. Does get seen in the trees, silence connects, and the track, meaning bad Glimmer Cape, because there's too much to see him. I just want people to stop building that in. It's a really good purchase, I just hate it. Ooh! Almost had the trees broken there on Whisper.
This could be bad for...
It could be. They fear up the Venom. See him here. This is a very tight area to fight around. 4-2-3. He's gonna get the Wukongs, but there's the RP. Yuma, he just doesn't have the mana to take him out of it. They don't need to, though. They'll kill him in the rain with all that armor. And now JT forced to use the Ravage. But can they catch up to him? There it is. The black hole. Do they have the damage? Pipe, it's getting worked through. And there it is. A kill there for Analog again. A double for him as his team takes a definite lead for the first time this game.
Yeah, I mean, it just seems hard for Moodeng to... I mean, once the Phoenix goes down, it's just rough, right? Your formation is completely broken at that point. It feels like you need, for Moodeng Warriors to play the game, they need the Tide in front and kind of, you know, everybody in the right position behind. Once people start getting tracked up and you know, caught by the Lina, it's like, it's very rough for them, I think. So, kind of hard to see how they take team fights. Now they do have a blink on Tide, so maybe they can be the ones starting the fight next time, but...
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, the more you lose these fights, you know, the more items you get on Heroic, and like we have talked about, they lack a little bit of damage, I would say.
That only gets worse when you're behind. So I think you're very right on like its formation. You need this tide to show first, and that's part of like a symptom of your lineup where you're playing into this Muerta, and all of a sudden like Phoenix, Puck, they really don't want to be found at all because of that silence and the Atos. So
yeah,
more and more you need this tide to show up.
Yeah, it's also it's like any hero apart from Tide that shows can just die to Lina, right? And yeah, so that's really a problem. It's not easy to catch this Lina either. Now he has Aegis as well. So.
And Jabs is really trying. Honestly, we're seeing that this is a very greedy Veno, but so many of these items are genuinely going to help his team, right? Force, Glimmer, Pavis. It really doesn't get any more support than that.
No, it doesn't. I mean, this is the strength of the jungle Veno, like being able to get all these items, but I think it's just that it doesn't feel like they have the right course for him to support, right?
They had the laning course to do it, right? But now the game feels a little rough, and I'm gonna keep going back. It feels like the mid lane was a really big issue with that. They just didn't expect it to be this way. Abed obviously has played a ton of puck in his lifetime, and he's usually very dominant with it. So probably expected to be more aggressive on the map, where the Veno was really like taking aggressive farm rather than maybe trying to split it there with his monkey and with his tide.
Yeah, for sure. I think the puck losing mid definitely. I mean, losing mid to this extent definitely slowed their timings down and kind of ruined the idea of Veno, because I think had Puck had a better game, maybe that he could have teamed up with Veno and made something happen, right? And used the advantage they had.
They are playing pretty aggressive on the top side of the map, especially for being down in Aegis. They got to be careful, though. Immediately going for the portal if Monkey doesn't escape here could be a bit weird, because they're about to get sandwiched. And once again, I've seen this. If they kill this Phoenix, there's no fight to be had. There it is. Yeah. Track, silence, and analog. And it's about that simple.
It's also like you're kind of just dodging on Moodeng, and that will continue for at least until Aegis runs out, I would say. But it also feels like it's... What kind of timings are you really playing for? You're still playing into Black Hole and RP. It's not obvious how you can win late game either, right?
Yeah. So what's the item wish list then? Like, what are you genuinely looking for on Moodeng Esports in order to take the next fight? Is it Parasma? Because I feel like that's not... I mean, they're missing damage, but I don't think that's a one-all solution.
Oh, I mean, assuming Aegis runs out, I think you can potentially take a fight with a smoke and a Blink Ravage. Right? Blink Ravage onto a target, take it down. Ideally, Mag or Lina, and then you can chase from there. I think so. It's not impossible, but I think they have to start the fight with Ravage, because otherwise there's BKBs, right? There's BKB on Enigma, BKB Lina, BKB Mag, right? By the way,
we have a BKB game.
We have a Whisper Midas, by the way, a late Midas. I think he sold his drums and bought a Midas.
Absolutely based. I mean, I guess I can't be too mad about it, because you and I are both looking at this lineup like Enigma wins. You know, his items are definitely going to win the game. So whatever you got to do to get there, I'm about it.
Yep. I think it's a kind of cool idea.
Definitely interesting. Oh no, Abed, he's there. I think the calling, it could land on him. No, he gets out. That was another smoke kind of wasted from Heroic. It's got to feel rough, because even if one of those lands, I think the game feels a lot different. But instead, going back to fight in the mid lane, it seems they want to face up on Heroic. Oh, they want it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of damage. There it is, the Blink Ravage, as you said, to start it off. Can they get a good fight? Ulti already off of the Muerta, trying to protect from the physical damage, but there's so much magic on this team, it might not matter. They're going to leave the supports to die. And that means Heroic. That was the last of their Aegis timing, and they kind of get to get to the end. Maybe even more. Yuma getting clicked on down. Abed on top of him, but if you kite further and further, there could be a team waiting on the edge, and he's forced to BKB TP away.
Yeah, I mean, they saw the Lina TP top, and immediately they went for the fight. You can also just see how kind of annoying Moodeng warriors are on the map, right? It's so hard to catch the Puck. It's so hard to catch the Monkey King. Like, catching Tide is also, like, you're not really gonna go for the Tide. So they can't really take advantage of the superior, what could you say?
Dude,
I don't
they
know,
lost
their lead, their
3K
Aegis.
net.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, they lost 3,000 net worth on the Aegis power play. That's, I don't know, Moodeng. I didn't think that their items were that good, but it's the TP top, right? Lena showed on the map, and immediately Moodeng really took advantage of that one. Got to be a lot more careful with your map movements, I think, on Heroic.
Yeah, it's like now that you have the Lincolns on Puck, he doesn't care about Orchid anymore. It's not that easy to catch him. Same with Monkey King. Like,
As Glimpse showed us, man, going for the Ag Interceptor there on the Enigma, just looking for more and more damage out of that black hole.
Ag Interceptor. I don't even know what that does. I don't see it. So just it puts
What is this?
okay.
It gets, even if you miss people,
And
you
it
might hit
pulls.
them.
And also
Yeah.
pulls people in, yeah, okay. I don't know about that.
Pretty good. I think you usually don't see it because so many Enigmas are going like, you know, Vlads, drums, bongo boots. You know,
Sure.
Ags is so far down on the list. But Whisper is completely skipping like all of those and is going for more of the Enigma of old.
It feels weird to me to buy an item that buffs a 170 second cooldown spell, right? Instead of getting Octarine or getting Refresher or, I don't know, something else. But let's see if it has a nice impact here. Maybe if you get the big black hole, everybody gets pulled in, then, you know, can't complain at that point.
Right. I think there's maybe like a little bit of goodness to it just because we're so late in the game now. You know, 35 minutes in, these death timers are getting longer and longer. One black hole for 170 seconds, yes, is like a lot, but at the end of the day, we're getting closer to it just being like once every fight, and it'll be up by the time you fight again.
Sure, I suppose.
As long as you win, right? If you lose the
We
fight,
have
then
a
you're
smoke
in
from
horrible
Moodeng.
danger.
Finally, they've been dodging all game. Here we go.
Yeah, but then
see the bounty.
KJ, yeah, they see him under the sentry, but he did break the smoke. He's trying to survive here thanks to the glimmer and the magic damage. Oh, he could actually get away from this one. I think he does. And now the kidnap taking him all the way away. Still in the calling now. The damage, it might be enough. He's silenced up, broken even, but now under the egg. They have to back out of this one. That was BKB from Whisper. He wanted to drop the black hole, but the circles from Moodeng were too much for him, and he's got to back away.
Yeah, nobody dies. Oh my god. Okay. And everybody kind of used their
benefit one or
spells, I
the
guess.
other?
Probably Moodeng, because like all the BKBs were clicked on Heroic.
Yeah.
But Monkey BKB was also used. They still have Ravage, still have Black Hole, still have RP. I don't know. Not many spells were actually used. It was just the BKBs. So
No,
I
that's
guess,
really weird.
I guess Moodeng still needs to watch out for the potential Lina on the map, right? But that
Yeah.
was almost a fight there.
Yeah, they almost hit each other.
Yeah.
We were so close. It's just they didn't really want to commit on that coil, right? Like they wanted that bounty kill so badly, and they may still get the Schofield kill. Doesn't have the ulti to use, but once again,
Oh my god, that's so
he's
scared.
alone
Kill him.
here. Okay, there we go.
Okay. Thank God they killed him.
I know that we have more vision than them, but it is crazy to see him where to like in the river, completely alone. They're like, I don't know if I want to kill him. It's kind of scary over there.
Maybe it's kind of hard for Heroic to play the game overall, because it's so hard for them to burst any hero. Like, they don't have a... I mean, Mag is going Blink Dagger now, so that's a good way to start the fight. But before he got the Blink, it was almost impossible for them to start a fight, right? Most of the time in this game, we've seen Bounty Hunter catch people with the Invis, but... I mean, as long as the game moving on, like, you can't expect him to catch people at 36 minutes into the game, right? So... They have to blink Black Hole as well still, but it's not easy against Phoenix Monkey King, like we talked about before. Here is the
It's
Roshan.
very difficult, bro. 36 minutes for first Roche. That's a long time. A lot of people will even try to take Roche like, 20 minutes. And it typically takes like 30 to 45 seconds to take it. This one feels like it might take a whole minute, but they're playing so far back. Not everybody's in the pit. They're literally letting JT do this like, basically by himself.
The big wrap around here.
It is.
Aurora
the
is kind of
Eidolons-
exposed in this area here, but
Yeah, but they've already taken the Aegis. Aegis to the Monkey King means you can't really all in him for the kill. Moodeng, I think they're about to take control of this game.
possibly. fragile though. If you lose your Monkey King, if you're playing Black Hole, RP, like all these things, right? So that's probably also why we see them be so conservative in their way of playing.
Huh?
Yeah, so you get an Aegis, but is it gonna lead to a fight? Maybe
They
Heroic is gonna
immediately
start.
TP'd away. They had a
Maybe
wave
Heroic
bottom.
is gonna start dodging now, right? Like we saw, like Aurora do.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you are a team that has RP and Black Hole, so technically you do have the ability to take this Monkey King down twice if you play it right, but at the same time, it's, I don't know. You don't want to make that move into the enemy team with Aegis when you have all of your tier 2 towers up and lose the fight, right? Because then the map gets really hard to play. Then they might actually be able to go high ground. A little hard. But right now, I mean, hey, Aegis on their shoulders. We'll see what kind of net worth they can get. Still plenty of time to split the map for Heroic. Do we still think that Heroic, they have the scaling in this game? I'm still about it. Are you?
Oh, I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to say now because both teams have so much team fight. I think it really comes down to who clicks their spells better and first, realistically. I do think that Bounty Hunter does fall off a little bit in this game compared to. I don't think Moodeng has a hero like that. I don't think Venomancer doesn't really stop scaling, right? Because look at his net worth. He's gonna continue to gain it.
Yeah.
Whereas Bounty is kind of just a little bit of vision, perhaps, a little bit of an orchid and stuff, but doesn't offer that much overall.
I mean, both of their Ags, like, this could be good. There it is. Save the E-Blade for last, and they'll get a kill on Abed. And then on the other side, they killed the Phoenix.
Yeah, it's talking about Bounty Hunter having no impact later on, but right now he definitely does. That was massive. A nice pick on the puck there.
Yeah, threw the Lincolns as well. Did a really good job. I believe he stunned, then broke with the Orchid, so that he could still get the track gold.
Yep. Been trying to kill this puck for the last 20 minutes. Finally, they get him. Maybe we're gonna see Heroic go look to hit some buildings here.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't really think about it until I saw him queue it up, but the Monkey King could also make his Wukongs the no-play zone. He's going for a Basher, which means his soldier's pretty strong, even versus a Black Hole, if they do fight into it. So,
yeah.
And yeah, going for the Ags as well to drop the soldiers down. He could make himself a bit impervious.
True. I mean, the Monkey King used to be a counter to Enigma back in the day, just because of that reasoning. Because you just Wukong and then just all this AoE damage, right? Enigma can't really Black Hole. He might just die in the process, so.
Yeah. So then Whisper's going to have to get a butterfly then, right? So that way he has the evasion for the monkey soldiers.
Yeah, perhaps.
That's good. I need someone who will agree with me on those sort of things.
Went for this Ags. Haven't seen the Black Hole yet.
Right? Since we've gotten the Ags, we haven't seen it. The last time we saw him almost use it was in the mid lane where he was forced to pop the BKB and run away from the egg, which I think that Moodeng, they're starting to find kind of their groove for these fights. Like, okay, we send out a feeler coil, see how that goes. We put our Tidehunter first, and if they ever try to initiate on us, we toss an egg on the back line because you're damn well sure they're not going to toss a Black Hole down as the egg is falling.
Fight waiting room. Am I right?
Move over patch waiting room. We have another one we're waiting for. I mean, they just keep getting items on items. I feel like I'm looking at this Tide and like I haven't seen much change, but it's been 30
bottom
minutes.
Lane. They might try it for this.
Okay.
They scanned. So they saw that there was people behind, so they did.
There might be someone around. We can't fight. You'd think this is like lower finals, waiting for elimination. These guys are playing so safe. You can feel that everybody's taking these group stage games very seriously.
For sure. It could also be just a nature of, Phoenix might go down here. Oh, he glimmers. He kind of smells it. He kind of smells the potential. But it could also just be the nature of the heroes a little bit. Like you have the Lina on one side, Bounty Hunter, right?
Yeah.
You have to be very careful you don't feed to this hero, as we've seen multiple times. And then also just the Tidehunter on the other side, right?
Yeah. There's so many long cooldown abilities. I think that's... Oh, the bash. And the Aegis actually gets taken out.
Radiant are scanning.
Are they going to turn this around at all?
Oh my.
Oh, Analog getting the kill, getting the wisdom as well. And now on the other side, they're still fighting. Yuma trying to get away from this one, has the BKB, but the Shadow Blade should get him away. It's a pretty valued dust. But they're actually going to just keep on popping all over. KG wants to chase someone down. He's actually separating this one from his team. 4 stabs forward.
RP'd the ground, by the way, so we don't have that.
No. Oh, well, they get the kill on one, so KJ falls, but their team still trying to aggress here. And yeah, I genuinely thought I saw the RP and then I saw the Phoenix down. I was like, oh, he RP'd
so
to
too.
kill Phoenix.
I thought so too, but no, it was different.
It's just Lita. Just Lita killing her. This is almost akin to like a Volker build, honestly. Blink Hex into your combos. I mean, Analog, he's a great Volker player too, but it feels very similar. And it's hard to survive that sort of stuff, especially with these relatively low HP heroes, right? I think Tide is the only one that genuinely has a lot of HP on him right now.
I mean, kind of. Both Puck and Monkey King are getting close to his level of tankiness at this point. But Tide is going for Satanic, by the way. It's kind of interesting item choice.
Oh, wow.
Does not necessarily have to have a lot of impact. Like, it's good if they try to burst him and then he kind of anchor smashes
Right.
and heals up, but it's not going to give them that second Ravage. It's not going to give them a Hex or anything like that. So
Does he... So he's already got the Reaver. Do you think there's a world where he disassembles... Or I don't know, actually. Is Vlad's disassemble still?
don't think so.
Oh, well, he's just going to have two
yeah, you can.
lifesteal items.
You can
okay, yeah.
disassemble, yeah. I
So
mean,
then
at some
does
point
he
you
do
gotta
it?
at some point you sell the Vlads, right, for more items.
Okay,
I guess
yeah.
that's the
That's
potential.
what I figured. Until next patch where they make an item that actually combines Vlad's and Blade Mail, because neither of them have build up, right?
Yeah, I mean it's also not a big deal to have 2 life items, I suppose. Just life more at that point.
Yeah, I can cook for a patch, you know? If you get me in there, we'll have a wild game of Dota 2.
Has been killed.
Let me press a few buttons. Oh no, dude, the strength blink? That's actually huge to lose. I don't even know if the active was that good for you, but just having that raw HP versus the Lina, you're gonna miss that.
For sure. I mean, actually, the game has been going on for 45 minutes, but Puck has managed to catch himself up to the almost critical mass of the Puck.
True.
And
yeah.
like we talked about at the draft, this is a pretty good Puck game overall. It's like not that many things that can catch you. There's also no Hex on the way, I think, from any hero. Oh, you have a Hex on Lina actually, but the Lincolns.
Yeah.
So.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, it's getting better and better, and eventually, you know, Dream Coil piercing BKB, that could be the black hole cancel that we need in this game, really making it hard for Whisper to play.
Alright, we have a smoke from Moodeng. Let's see.
This is gonna be their timing, maybe.
Puck 25 as well. It's massive this game, right? We talked about BKB's impact earlier on, but now we actually have a way of dealing with that.
Right? Black hole is no longer free. They may have actually waited long enough that Whisper is not the end-all be-all anymore. We already have the Basher for the Monkey King. And I think we're even getting closer to his Aghanim Scepter as well. So yeah, only like 200 more gold if he wants to buy out for it. And next Roche will be up in a minute 20. These teams, like, there's been no high ground sieged. We've had only 26 kills. But there's such a net worth lead for Heroic. Does this net worth lead matter? Are they still advantage in these fights?
Nah, I don't think it matters anymore. I think it used to matter 20 minutes ago, but now there's so many items on everybody that it's a lot more about
2,000 per hero is not a ton.
who gets the spells off properly. Also, buybacks are important. So you have 4 on Dire, right?
Yeah.
And
Press
only 1.
I, Glenn, press I. What are the buyback statuses?
Radiant's
Okay.
Radiant
So it feels like that's a little bit more helpful for Heroic then. That extra 2,000 gold is starting to mean a lot.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely take the fight for the Aegis here with the buyback advantage. I mean, you don't know the buyback situation on Moodeng, right? But it's hard for Moodeng to actually get there. So.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They've got to position well. We've seen usually the fights that we end up losing on Moodeng, it's because of positioning issues. And now they may face some base issues. Roshan still not up for another 20 seconds. 2 siege cards already in their mid lane. They're forced to fortify away from the base. But we're starting to get some vision maybe. These dead shots. All right, to poke and prod, see where Moodeng are sitting. If you're heroic, who are you trying to find first?
I think you're trying to find any hero you can. The thing is, you don't see anything, right? You only see these Venom wards, and they have the upper hand in the high ground position. So I think, I mean, if you catch any hero with RP or Lina, you're just gonna go for it.
That shot.
We're really gonna
They're
start hitting
gonna
this
see Roshan soon. I think they see it. Yeah, they do.
Okay, there it is.
RP connects onto the Monkey King, but they do get the coil. They stop him in his tracks. Bombing the BKB, though, the black hole. It's onto the Monkey. Do they have the damage? The Glimmer, is it enough to save him? He jumps forward into the dawn, but they still have too much damage. Whisper trying to back out of this one. They'll use the buyback on 4-2-3, but with the BKBs already popped from Heroic, I don't know if they want to keep fighting this.
They used everything on the Monkey, and then he buys back. They do have another black hole, but no, they're just gonna give it up. Because Tide didn't use Ravage. There's still Wukong.
And they're just going to try to split push this one. Why fight Roche when you can push them back into the base? There is no fortification left.
So
As Aegis to 4-2-3 after his buyback. Oh, they're trying to cut them off as they run back to the base.
this would be cool actually, because Monkey, they know Monkey doesn't have TP. Actually, very
No
clever
shot.
by Heroic.
Are they allowed to do this? They're going to skewer him out of the Wukons. That's step 1, but he does get the jump forward thanks to his shard. Analog going to kill him the first time. They have Black Hole. Can they kill him again? The team isn't around Aegis as quickly as it came to us as quickly. Will it go away? And now they have a 13,000 net worth lead. Die back on the Monkey King. Will somebody hit a high ground tower?
That was such a clever move by Heroic, right? You just killed the Monkey King. He buys back. You know he TP's bottom to take the gate to get to Roshan, right? Picks up the Aegis, and then they know he doesn't have TP, and it's unlikely for the Monkey King to go through the gate again, right? Seeing as Heroic is missing off the map. So they just beeline over towards Roshan again. I think that's very, very clutch play by them. I would love to see them hit something for sure here, because you know he doesn't have buyback, right?
Go hit a
I think
high ground.
It's time to go put some pressure, right? You still have BKB, Black Hole Enigma.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
60 seconds. You know he's not coming back. Your team already has, no fortification to speak of. I feel like you've got to
refresher
go.
mag. Come on, man. Let's go, guys.
Oh, there's a good find. Does break the coil, but JT, he's trying to find his way into the base. RP connects again in the black hole. It's on 2. They will eliminate the Tide. Take out the Venom as well. There's still buyback on 1, but now the silence onto this Phoenix. He's in the air, but he'll land in an LSA again. 4 gone. Heroic, they have broken this game wide open.
Yep, Monkey's still dead for 30, guys. 3 dead.
They still haven't hit a high ground tower.
I feel like I don't know why they're not hitting the tower like right now. I guess maybe they're worried about buyback, and I don't know. But
and coil down, by the way. We know that one was down. Not for a few seconds still, but I think they get a tower. All right.
they get
We've done it, team.
And I think Tide will buy back probably. Then they will have to buy
Surely they let
back.
one Rax go though, right? See what they
But
do.
I think you don't care. If nobody buys back here, I think you keep hitting, right? Monkey King alive is not enough, so you still have one more RP. You almost have one more black hole. You have it right now, so you keep going here.
That's rapid fire. Dream coil down. No refresher, so 50 seconds without that one. No way. Did they actually battle them back with just Puck? Abed, you are a god if you actually make them stop hitting this high ground without your Monkey King.
That seems like they get
Oh my god, they did it.
deterred here from continuing.
Okay. That might... I mean, for losing 4 of your heroes on that low ground and it was dieback on the Monkey, that's probably best case scenario for Moodeng.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Only one side is down. That's definitely
And
still
it's
have
mid.
you can still win this game from this position. So
Oh, yeah.
feels good for them.
I'm not going to say that it's worthless, but mid-Rax really is not a death sentence. Anytime that you're pushing a high ground, you're constantly cutting 2 waves. It's mid lane and whatever lane you're in. So mid,
Yeah.
kind of low value.
It's also like like we have talked about before now, as everybody is pretty much fully slotted, so it's not like the net worth lead matters that much. I guess some more items on heroes like Phoenix could be important, but I think it's gonna take. They're gonna have to start winning some fights at least for Phoenix to get items this game. He's not really hitting any creeps.
he's really not. Thankfully, we should have some time because, well, Aegis did get lost over that whole engagement. It got lost very quickly. So now, in 4 minutes before we even see Roche possibly come back up. So, plenty of time to hit some creeps.
All right, I guess the Midas paid off for Whisper as well. This is one thing to note. He has all the items that you want to see on Enigma.
Pretty much. Hasn't even gotten to his level 25. I don't think his 25 is too crazy anyways, so.
Yeah.
Honestly, his 27 is what's really cool, right? The 50 black hole damage.
Maybe at this point, yeah. All right.
That's
Moodeng are kind of looking to move out a little bit, but Yuma.
Oh, they see him. Yuma. I think he might be too deep. He does get the RP on two. Can they get the subsequent damage? Oh my God. The double RP. It does more than enough. Whisper's walking forward with the BKB. He wants to be part of the team, but they already killed two.
Yeah.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
They just ignored the egg as well. Just killed. They thought they caught the mag, but no, they just don't have enough damage to burst him there. Also, no Ravage was used. Have we seen a Ravage this game? Oh my God.
That is a great question.
We actually have only seen the initial Ravage from laning phase. I don't think we've seen a Ravage for 54 minutes. That's
I think it was there was one top side where he was running away with his team. He used Ravage to get a kill on a Muerta, and since then I genuinely don't think that we've seen one. But thankfully, I'm just happy we got some kills in this one. Even if they don't go high ground, I'm accepting you killing people as a good job for me. Moodeng, they've had this before, right? As you said, they took a 56-minute game versus Shopify. Shopify made some mistakes. Do you think they can force those same mistakes on the high ground versus Heroic?
I mean, I think it's hard against. I mean, considering how Heroic is playing, it seems unlikely they're gonna throw this one, right? They've played so patiently all game. They have double Black Hole, double RP, double Laguna yet, but I'm sure his next item is gonna be Refresher. Like there's just,
I feel like it's they're definitely playing not to lose. It's clearly worked out for them. They're 36,000 up. I don't think they feel too bad, but what about 60-minute items? Does that change maybe for Moodeng? Is there some crazy, Force Boots, Deso 2 kind of thing?
Maybe I don't know. That's always such a hard question.
How do they win this one?
I mean, they can probably win if Heroic takes some really bad fights, but like looking how the last fight went, it just looks like they don't have enough damage to kill a target. They find the mag, they don't have enough damage.
To take fights.
I think they need a refresher on Tide.
Ooh,
so they have the double Ravage. I think the way to win this game is you Ravage 4 heroes from smoke, something like that, 3-4 heroes, and then you have 2 of them, right, before their BKB. And then you can kill heroes. But if people click their BKBs, it seems like there's not enough damage.
Showing us the fight replay from a few minutes ago, just so we know what it's like to kill people again. Get really pepped up for the next one. Because Roche could spawn in 38 seconds. I believe the last one was actually like a little bit of a long spawn. So, gambler's fallacy. This one is going to be a very short spawn for Roshan. They still are only down mid-racks. Like, at least in terms of the buildings, still winnable game. They do have the Ags and Basher here for the Monkey King. He's just buying out. Every item is like a must-have. He does manage to skewer away the Venomancer. Could open up a high ground push again. Jabs down, but he does have buyback.
He does. But, how patient are you going to be? You could technically just wait RP and just keep doing this. Keep fishing.
Oh. And they're just going to send the Eidolons actually to take this one. Now, they do show the bounty giving away from the to get the black hole on the Tidehunter. It's more than enough damage to get the kill, but now it's 2 circles on the high ground and even leashed up in the both of them. They maybe get the kill on Yuma. No, he's able to get away out of the Egg's range. They still want to move forward for more, though. On their high ground, they bought back on 2. You do not want to let anyone get away from this one with how much you've invested for this fight. Schofield will finally burn on down, but it's still 45,000 net worth lead for Heroic and 2 buybacks on Moodeng.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of sad for Moodeng. They finally got to take a fight with Wukong and everything, but just not enough damage. And again, no Ravage used. Still up.
Yeah, no Ravage used, but Roshan is up now. Gambler's Fallacy has never proved me wrong.
All right, Muerta is dead. Maybe you need to Hail Mary and go for this Roche. But
I think so.
You have no buybacks. I don't know. Maybe that's
you
the losing
don't,
play.
but that's not going to change. I think at some point you need to take the fight, right?
Tidehunter, you're in trouble.
Oh no, yeah, he could get found here. Right into the welcoming arms of Whisper, of Analog, and well, you're just gone.
Yeah, 2 minutes. 2 minutes out of the game.
It's hard now. I mean, somehow you need to formulate a fight around Wukong Rain, right? We have the extra rain from him. We've got some damage on the monkey. And we have a BKB piercing coil. Can they get some sort of fight that looks acceptable for Moodeng?
Okay, so they do just send the Eidolons and the Lina.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of Eidolons here.
They are.
They're just going to start poking down.
Really fast.
They'll force you to take a fight. If you don't, you got to be comfortable fighting into the megas. They'll fort, which makes me feel like they don't want to fight into the megas. Oh no, they show on the bird. Laguna down, and they get the kill. Does a buyback. I think they might still lose the racks. Whoa! In with the Wukong's ring as well. They have the bash up of the Force Staff away. Even an egg down, but you're already out of the ring now. Schofield popping the BKB and the ult. You just can't touch him, and now they have to evacuate. But Yuma, he doesn't want to let you leave. Tries to get the connection on Monkey, doesn't manage to grab it. Wait, they actually stopped his jump, but they don't want to go in for any more.
Yeah, I mean, should just get the megas here, right? They're still so scared. There's no tide on there, guys.
I'll be honest, if there's a coil up,
Roche.
Revenant Spruce and Parasma, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I guess it is. The problem is there's Wind Wakers on both Lina and Bounty. Even Nigma has one coming as well. The Magnus has queued one up as well.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. And we have 60
guys,
minutes
10
coming
seconds.
in as well.
It's coming. Surely these items, I don't know how you get onto the map to farm these ones. Did Whisper save up any Midas charges for these?
I think he sold it a long time ago.
No. That's crazy. Yeah, he definitely did sell it. So still looking for those next items.
Scanning. Radiant are scanning.
Oh, the Muerta has it. The first one here. I mean, these items could definitely change a little bit of the game. It's a 60,000 net worth lead, guys. They've actually managed to get 1,000 net worth per minute of an advantage over Moodeng. And oh, is this going to be something? Yuma, he will skewer back this tide once again into the black hole. There's just no way he can fight this, I don't think. They're trying to take down Yuma here, but he does have the Aegis. It's gone now. Can you kill him again? They're going to try to fight him in this Wukong's with the blink away. It is just in time. They couldn't lay anything down to stop the blink away.
No tide again. Must be very frustrating to play tide in this game, I think.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to click Ravage for, I don't know, I would say 45 minutes at this point.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time without Ravage. I feel like part of his game, he's like, I'm meant to get gone on. They RP, they score me back, and I look to my team and say, team save me, but a team doesn't save. At this point, I think you're talking about it. I think it might be, oh no, Puck into the black hole as well. It feels like this is up all the time, and there's no way to save him. And now they've even locked onto the Venomancer here. Laguna connects with the LSA. They should have the damage. They'll even turn to the egg. Do they kill it? I think that's the first egg they've killed, and they'll call GG. Game number 1. Well enhanced for Heroic. I know it went 60 minutes, but I think it was about 30. Actually, they've had some rough starts this one. They lost their first series 0-2, and they're staring another one in the face unless they get a good turnaround in this game versus Heroic. I like their draft. They have the Phantom Assassin. They have the Magnus. I have a lot of respect for those heroes. And it seems like this Muerta really deals with the mobility of these Heroic cores. So take a hard stance, Misery. Are they going to get the 1-1 and find their first win of the group stage?
I am going to say no. I think they're going 0-4. I just don't. I mean, that draft is strong, but I don't really. I don't know. I don't really have faith after that first game. I think they can prove me wrong. I would love to be proven wrong, but I think Heroic just looks a bit stronger. Perhaps this type of draft is also what realistically suits them a bit better. I mean, the Schofield Clockwork is kind of legendary, so I think my money would be on Heroic.
I see what you mean. You know, game 1 was definitely in Heroic's hand, well, pretty much the entire time. That's another kind of downside of not really playing to make any mistakes or not taking any risks in a game like that, is you got beaten down for 60 minutes. That cannot feel good.
Yeah, true. I think that was a really rough loss, especially if you're somebody like JT, who was kind of just running around, didn't really have much going on that game. No ravages, 40 plus minutes. I don't know if we have. I mean, I would love to see a stat on that, because I don't think that's something that happens very often. So I think that must be a little bit of a frustrating one for him. Gets the nice ward out here without being spotted. That's kind of huge.
They've done this so often. He's not even a bounty hunter this time. They're actually just getting such good wards to start.
And there's even a smoke on Puck now. They're going to see that. They're going to see that straight up. Yeah.
Now, you don't do anything about that, right? You kind of just let them do their own thing. You play on a high ground, or you run right into them. Schofield really wanted to break the smokes, and he'll do it.
I guess Schofield doesn't feel like he can really die. So, it's not like they have a point-blank stun that can catch him out or anything like that. So...
Oh my, yeah. I guess I didn't. We are very stun light just on everybody in this game, really. I think that Heroic ended up tapering it down, right? They ended up getting the Primal that has a pretty good stun on him. Zeus is a little bit of lockdown, but on the other side, if it's not RP and roll, I tell you what, your lockdown is very lacking on Moodeng. Oh, instant cogs
Schofield
down. Looks like they could kill Schofield, though. They have plenty of damage for him. Do they give it to Abed? No, they're forced to give it over to Jabs, actually. The Fairy Fire. It doesn't feel like a lot, but making sure that Abed doesn't get that gold is pretty important.
Yeah, kind of cute play by him. In a way. When you have to die, I guess just pop that Fairy.
Yeah. Really well done. It doesn't feel like it's usually worth that 75 gold if you're going to die anyways, but I think in that one, it was very worth it. Now, I feel like this matchup should be favored for Analog, but my lord, Abed is denying everything.
The matchup mid is pretty even, I would say, right? Maybe Analog has a little bit too much damage.
Yeah, maybe. It is KJ5 Zeus. Means it's going to be pretty greedy on these supports from Heroic, but definitely could work out.
The Zeus is definitely very strong right now. It's being picked every game in high-level pubs. It just has so much damage, and a very strong laner as well, even though he doesn't look like it.
Yeah. It's a little weird. Sometimes it feels like you don't want to trade like super early, since your W is a lot of mana and a whole lot of damage on level 1. But you just can't wait that long. You're not an ogre that gets some magical timing at level 2. You gotta start trading early.
It's still 140, right?
Oh, it's still a good bit.
Plus the static field.
Dude, Yuma! JT just skewered him back, was like, yeah, this is our kill, but instead they get turned around, and KJ, he might help him out with another one. The shield, it does too much damage. Yuma gets a double kill very early on.
Yeah, that's going to be a quick over-corrosion. It's not going to make it easy to lane against for sure. I think it's not really the lane you want to start feeding kills against, I think, because that could snowball really, could be really ugly really quickly.
Oh, yeah. Especially Zeus. Zeus does so much damage with his levels. If you keep giving him stuff like that, he's going to be hurting you.
Now, the CS looks really good, though, for the other two lanes. PA complete free farm. He's even going to get all of these creeps on the tower right now.
Oh, and Ava going for an early Orb of Corrosion. I sometimes like the Orb of Corrosion, especially if you're going for a very big item later on. But he does look like he's going for that Radiance. Sometimes people will fiddle around with, you know, maybe going for Manta Echo and just doing that. But the miss chance is really good. And even canceling Blinks from the Magnus also feels really good in this game. So I like the Radiance pickup if he goes for it.
The Radiance is interesting. It's not something that we've seen much recently, but I think it changes the... Like, if you're going to be carry Abaddon in a game like this, I like the Radiance more than the... Than the Echo Saber. Just, you're gonna be able to farm a lot faster and be more of that hard carry.
He's definitely smelling blood in the water. He's like, I don't think this lane is gonna get any better for them. I'll just take that free gold, get myself a really big item, and then surely he still goes back for Manta Harpoon.
Oh yeah, for sure. You'll get it eventually, but so the Radiance is like a very nice farming tool for this hero. This lane is kind of disgusting, the Zeus Abaddon. Because like, you can't fight the Zeus with the shield on as well. It's like, too much damage.
It's weird. It doesn't feel like your usual like Abba combo, right? Because Zeus doesn't typically fight it in these, but hey, with Heavenly Jump, all of a sudden his mobility really matters with the shield. They're very low on mana. Looks like they're still trying to go on jabs here. The calling gets tossed down. The damage, oh, it could be enough, but KJ, he doesn't have the mana nor the range, doesn't want to get on top of him. They're just wearing out the region because that was already a salve popped from the Muerta. It might have to bring out another one.
Yeah, the bottom lane is looking pretty rough for sure.
At the same time, I think both carries are having a really good time. Already 12 denies sitting there on the PA, 8 denies on the Bengal as well. Hey, realistically, for every 10 denies, you're looking at 300 gold. So 600 gold away that this Moodeng roster has just successfully denied against Heroic.
I do think that Timbersaw is a hero that does not necessarily need the best first 5 minutes. The hero can come back pretty easily, whereas the Mag... he can easily become a support, I think, if he doesn't have that good of a game.
I suppose so. I mean, you picked Mag PA. In reality, you probably just need, well, Empower and RP.
That's true.
So.
Yeah, you don't actually need to be a core this game, that's right. You just get the Blink and the Axe and stuff like this.
Then you'll turn her pretty fast, right? I mean, you have plenty of good supports around you, even to just like blink and skewer people back. Muerta does pretty well to lock them down. Pugna has plenty of damage to help out too, so as long as you're able to find good targets, I think that's all that really matters. I tell you what, this could definitely get out of control if the CS continues to look like this here. This Pugna Ward plus jump, it feels like a lot that you're investing for it, but it's doing so much damage to Whisper and really keeping him out of this lane. Yeah,
the Pugna Ward is actually what's dealing the most damage, it looks like.
That's one hell of a drug. Only 1 point in it as well.
But Timbersaw in this kind of game does kind of free up the Clockwork to do a little bit what he wants. Could see him start to rotate. And he's sticking around top for now. Not the easiest kills to get around the map at the Clock though. Bottom lane with Abaddon getting jumped here.
Yeah, they won it. Only level 4 there on Yuma, and this should be a pretty good rotation. Pango even taking a long way around, seeing if he can catch out somebody else, but they'll take their kill on the carry, rotate back into the mid lane. So far, Moodeng, they're doing a very good job in this laning stage.
Yeah, for sure. It's always also very scary to see this PA on the top of the board.
Are scanning.
45 CS. I mean, 4-2-3 is getting everything that he wants. And we've seen, like, the Abbott feels like the pressure is on. He's making a lot of region to get spent in the spot lane. Got some kills as well, but it just isn't really getting the same CS. Oh, a huge find. Beautiful from Jabs. Almost lost another set of Wisdom Runes, and that's also something that snowballed last game. Speaking of snowballing here, they could get the kill on Whisper, really trying to chase him down, but he gets out.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
There you go. That's 20 gold. Good CS. Whisper is very low right now, and he's got to be a little bit careful.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because there comes Abed. Would have been a really nice rotation, honestly. Already getting a kill on one side core bottom. Could have gotten another, but a nice job to get
has
out
been
of there.
stacking up the jungle quite a bit here, so there are some stacks to fall back on for Timber later on, or Primal, depending on who.
Yeah.
I feel like Timbersaw kind of needs them to come back in this one.
Yeah, you want him to dominate. I think you got to do whatever you can, and that is going to be a haste on Yuma, allowing him to chase down this Muerta. Gets one. Looking at Abed as well, I think they should just get him over to his base, because Yuma, brother, you are only level 5.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still looking for this Radiance as well. I mean, right now, JT. Ooh. Like
He's getting a bit of space now.
He needs it. I mean, he can farm this one up if he really gets the space here. Does get the skewer onto the high ground. Well done.
Now,
I think he does. Yeah, KJ, he's got plenty of damage. That is level 3 in Lightning Bolt, so it was cute, but it doesn't work out in the end.
I thought he could just skewer back towards the tower there.
Right?
I don't think he really thought that one through.
Yeah, I don't think so. But TP down, you know.
Oh, by the way, look at Aurora's smoke here. They're going to spot out the stacks, and they're also coming on a wrap here onto Timbersaw and Clock.
That's big. Whisper, we said he needs a good game. He's starting to come back a little bit. Schofield, I don't think, does he get it in time? Oh, he just barely cancels it out, and then he cancels another one.
Oh my God.
Can Whisper get away from this one? Oh my God, Schofield, you absolute monster.
How did I just watch? That was insane.
Dude. Air hockey master on Schofield.
Oh, this is so massive,
shooting the pucks
actually.
away, and do they turn around and get a kill? This is insane. They do. Whisper. From near death to getting a kill on the enemy carry who's just been bullying you in this lane. That is the best case scenario for Heroic. And yep, good tip, Schofield. You earned that one.
That's some
Radiant's bottom tower
some Clockwork play right there.
That's crazy. We don't see this hero very much in the Pods 4 role anymore. Used to be the premier position for it. Been a 5 mostly, but Schofield definitely showing how good this can be. There it is. They're going to give Analog the kills. Hey, you know, Timber, he just got a PA kill. He don't need those stacks anymore.
He's going to maybe get... they're just going to farm them together, I guess.
There we go. You know, split the difference. That is a lot of damage. And I'll clear that really quick.
Yeah.
Overall, it looks like most of it did go to the Primal, but hey, of course, we're still getting some valuable net worth. What's he going for next on that Timber?
I think the build usually is Kaya into Aghanims. Seems like also pretty good here. If you pop the axe, it seems like they can't really kill you. Bottom lane though.
They're trying to get something done here. Still only level 5 right now on Schofield. Doesn't have the benefit of 2 Wisdom Runes this time around. Abed gonna try to get the roll through. Oh, actually manages to skate through here and trying to connect back on this Abba, but he'll just TP away and Whisper. He'll TP down to help out, but not actually able to get any kills.
Yeah, that's a 5-man rotation from Heroic. So definitely a nice win there for Aurora.
Yeah.
Aurora. Moodeng.
It looks like, oh, they're still around. They actually find JT. He has the skewer here soon, but oh, the pulverize just in time. They'll get the kill, and Analog once again showing just how strong he is. Doesn't matter the hero.
It's kind of bad death because they rotated 5 heroes, right? Like we talked about, and then them getting that kill kind of makes up for that.
That's a defusal. He goes in and he's pulverizing. He's just stomping around Ollie. Can't even save himself from it. And now they're on to Abed as well. That is just the easiest triple kill I've ever seen.
What a Giga Chat on Primal there. Going into 3 heroes like that with a Zeus ult.
This call an ambulance, but not for me, man. Just jumps right into all 3 of them. That's just completely unfair.
As we see also a little bit why they chose to pick the Primal this game. PA bottom. Is he gonna go down
no.
here?
Surely you don't lose this one. KJ is just looking around like, okay, you've done a lot of work, but that's actually my kill.
Like we talked about doing the draft as well, or like in the post draft. Like these kills become such a big problem for Moodeng. When they give away all these kills, it gives so much network and experience to Heroic that allows them to potentially snowball this game.
Dude, what an insane charge through. Look at how much damage they take thanks to also that Zeus ulti. Skillfield managed to snipe that one with the rocket flare. Otherwise, it would have been a triple kill for Analog.
Going straight into the Glimmer after Blade Mail. Very good Glimmer game, I guess, for Heroic too.
No, it's super good.
They're going to be pretty low on damage. You get a bunch of defensive items here.
I mean, a lot of spell damage there from both Analog and I mean, it is a magic barrier, right? So
yeah. Even Schofield is rushing the Glimmer.
That's pretty good for you.
I like the pace Heroic is playing. They're just smoking up straight up again here. How are they getting out of this one?
Oh yeah, no. Too much magic there, and Ollie will end up just getting pulverized, but a nice giveaway actually. Can they turn this one around at all? They already lose 2, but they are in on the Primal. This is such a huge kill before 2-3. He's just not strong enough. But I know who is. Whisper in with the Chakram, gets 1 kill. Looking at JT, they'll charge on through, getting a double kill for 2 heroes on your team, and Abed, can he get away? He just barely TPs out. Not before getting the Wisdom Rune though, so a pretty good job for him at least to get some XP. Still a very good fight for Heroic.
Yeah, indeed. Oh, and what's gonna happen here? The rune seems like.
Oh, did he?
Oh,
he TP'd to the mid lane. Oh, this could be a bit of a disaster here. It does have the Invis rune, but they're just gonna stay on him. Gets the swash. Analog still chasing though. There is a defusal and there is jabs. I don't think he can chase any longer.
Yeah.
And Analog is a monster.
Yeah, they kind of have 3 cores that are almost impossible for Moodeng to bring down at this moment. And if they continue to scale like they are right now, like getting Aghanims on Timbersaw, getting more tanky on Primal, and getting Radiance on Abaddon, it's just the nature of Abaddon's ultimate. Yeah. Maybe you're just never going to be able to kill these heroes.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, part of this lineup, especially when you look at
Abaddon right now, though.
They could. A lot of mana gone. He does not. He does have a point saved for his ulti. He can pop it if he wants. And he does, instantly getting so much HP. And it looks like that'll be it. So manages to get himself an extra life out of that one. Would have really loved that kill there on Moodeng.
Yep, there it is. The Abaddon. So annoying to bring down.
This isn't even his final form. He does not have the Radiance complete yet. He's been trying to help out with his team. Just a little bit more gold, though, and he's going to be even stronger. I'm even going for the blink on this one for Timbersaw. I feel like they've really picked out that their heroes just do damage. Just by nature of their spells, they don't really need a whole lot.
Oh, they have so much damage for sure. It's just a matter of if Moodeng can end up dodging the fights the next, I would say 10 to 15 minutes maybe. It's gonna be a long time before they can fight, right? They can potentially get some kind of picks or fight if Heroic overextend with the RP, the Pangula roll, but I think for the most part you're gonna be dodging the fights, at least the 5-on-5s. Whisper is kind of alone down here right now against a lot of heroes, so.
Yeah, but it's probably some. I don't know. Can Whisper 1v3? like we saw in the mid lane? I'm not sure.
Not quite.
Radiant's
Huh? I think that is a scouting ulti. They see 423. 423 just now got that Battle Fury, by the way, so still pretty hard for him to play. They're not really like sitting JT. That's one of the issues when you have core mag and core PA is when you're behind like this, you both need to hit creeps. You can't just stick around your PA and give Empower over to her. You kind of still have to make your own game happen.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he is going for Echo Saber this game.
Oh, interesting.
So we'll see how this plays out.
And kind of the reason that we were liking the Magnus, I guess I kind of expected to see
Abed is caught
Blink
in mid.
Kayasha, but instead we might just see a death here on Abed. Go ahead, pulverize him down. That's going to be
Ollie
another
also.
one, and Yuma with the Radiance. He's just going so far forward.
Yet he just swashbuckled pretty much right next to the Primal there. He had no idea he was there. Pretty brutal. Oh, the rocket saw him.
Good catch.
Yeah. This is, I mean, if you start bleeding kills like this, then it becomes very hard to play, right? I mean, you have to dodge the next long time like we talked about. But
Another time, they just did not expect to be this far behind, right?
it's also kind of hard to dodge against Sussault and Clock, right? There's a lot of random vision going out that way, and
Dire's middle tower
just the nature
Halo
of
might be
heroic
the
heroes.
only hero that can split, right?
Yeah, I mean, also just the nature of heroics tankiness, like we touched on before, makes them able to sort of just run across the map without fear of getting killed, right? For you to die on Primal or Abaddon, you need 5 heroes. You need to be so isolated, right? And heroics heroes can easily move across the map together.
The triple tanky cores, it honestly does enable your tower pressure. There's just really difficult for you to like all in one of these guys, even under a tower, and fight them. If this was like a Drow that was trying to hit your tower at 18 minutes, it's fine. Just burst her, kill her. But man, you're looking at Abba, Primal, Timber.
Yeah.
Which one of these guys are you bursting down?
I mean, you saw it. You saw it right there, right? Abaddon just walks up the hill. He has no fears whatsoever.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna continue for a while. They see the PA right now. They know exactly where he is. The Watcher
Find him
is seeing the Abaddon though.
Radiant's top tower
Going for a BKB. You honestly don't see as much of this BKB build anymore on PA. A lot of times you do still see, oh no, knows that the stun is coming, pulverize, connecting. This BKB is pushed even further back now.
Yeah.
Oh, Zeus with the Pavis. Man. Even tankier.
Yep. Is he going full Solar Crest or just the Pavis? Just Pavis.
Looks like
Interesting.
it is interesting. I feel like the Zeus, sometimes you see some like really greedy ones, but at the same time, I mean, look at your team. You don't really need to itemize for any more damage. I think your ulti and your Thunderbolt are doing more than enough.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, Pavis is actually surprisingly good as just a casual item, right, that you don't upgrade right away. There's quite a lot of HP and absorb that you can give. So I kind of like
So
it.
many shields, right?
Yeah.
You got Yuma's shield, you got Pavis now. I mean, whoever gets shielded up. it's
You
gonna be
also
hard
have
for
the
them to die.
Aghanim's Timbersaw shield.
Oh, yeah. And that one is even
Caves.
harder to rip through. I mean, that one you basically need a Dispel, and
Yeah.
you're not going to see one for a while, right? I don't think anyone's really building a Yules right away. PA certainly isn't going to have a Nullifier for a while, so this Ags is king. Once again, it feels like Whisper just has a hero that end all be all. He eventually is going to get items that feel unplayable against, and it's going to be a while for Moodeng to kind of get the items that answer it, especially given that you're already so far behind.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Double Wisdom Rune again. Could see Ollie was looking to snatch it, but Schofield too quick, so Ollie ends up actually not dying here. Could have easily fed there.
18-2, 11,000 net worth lead. But it's Mag PA. What should we be expecting out of these two cores? Are they too far behind? Or once we see the BKB, is it going to be a different fight entirely for Moodeng?
It looks like now that you ask, they're gonna smoke up right now and look for something.
Oh,
I don't think
okay.
they can really fight 5-on-5, but they might look at Could they be snatching Roche? Is that what they're doing? Or are they just looking for a single pick?
I mean, they know that the Tormentor was taken, so
yeah,
they have to know kind of where they are.
Also just to get out on the map, perhaps place a ward. I mean, unfortunately, it's right on top of the sentry, but probably nothing really gonna come out of this. But like we did talk about in doing the draft, their heroic draft needs to be in this type of position, right? With this very significant lead. They can't really afford to slip up a lot in this game, in my opinion. Like, we have seen MagPA win come back from ridiculous setbacks before, so it's definitely not impossible. But I really like I really like the Radiance pickup for Yuma. I think that does allow him to flash farm.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like, it feels like you are already answering the only way that Moodeng can come back, right? Is that if somehow this PA gets really big and somehow gets more gold than your ABBA, but with this Radiance, he's gathering so much gold. It's so hard to try to get above him now in the net worth charts.
Also, Orchid. This is the new age Abbott on carry.
Interesting.
Not sure. A bit more focusing on damaging and utility.
Oh boy, that is just, it feels so sad to watch, but they do have an RP on the other side trying to stop them from getting top of 4-2-3. The Pugna not able to save him. It is a nice roll, but just not able to have any damage follow up. JT will barely get the blink away. Yuma is still chasing, but it looks like he will finally back out of that one. Only losing the PA, but she's really the only one that needs to live.
Pugna as well. Yeah, it's like every time you die a couple of heroes like this, you're just naturally you're getting further and further behind. But it also seems like a much taller mountain to climb, right? Especially when it's your PA dying. If your Pugna would die somewhere on the Wisdom, you know, you don't really care. But these deaths definitely add up. Now, Heroic are not actually taking any tier 2s yet, which is a plus for
Not again.
The map is still playable.
At least this time, they're murdering Heroic. The 21 kills, they're trying for one a minute. And they're also like doing really well playing individually on the lanes. They really understand how far ahead they are. Usually teams are still kind of scared, right? They don't want to show individually on all 3 lanes, but hey, Timber is a lone top. Your whole team is making a move on the completely other side of the map. It looks like they may link up for a Roshan take though.
Yeah. That felt like a bit of a weird movement in a way, if you were to be criticizing Heroic at this moment. As we see Ollie dies once again. But what I was going to say is you kill the PA and the Puck on the top, and actually you are in a position where you can potentially take the tier 2.
Yeah.
Unless I'm mistaken, maybe they didn't have creeps at all, but they basically pretty much ran all the way from top tier 2 to Roshan, right, with 4 heroes. Seems like not the most efficient way of doing it, but
yeah. No, I get that. It feels like the litmus test for like how strong your lineup really is or how comfortable you feel on the map. After you take a team fight, do you actually get objectives? You actually get anything out of it at least?
Caught here. Schofield again on the mark.
He doesn't even need the hook shot. He just goes ahead with the Yule Scepter, bouncing him around the cogs. Man, he just keeps on playing air hockey with this Pangolier.
Yeah. I really like the build as well, going for the 4 points rocket. We always see people go power cogs nowadays, but the rocket is kind of underrated in a game like this, right? Where the enemy is trying to dodge you, and rocket is also really strong aspect of Clock.
Vision wins games, especially when the map is so damn large. And part of the reason why, we say Moodeng, they really need to split the map, but you've got 3 tanky cores and 2 vision-giving supports. It's almost impossible to be anywhere on the map. I mean, now with the Blink Dagger, I think usually, as you said, they have the Orchid there. Typically, that would have been a Manta. You blink, get the Manta off, and just kind of eviscerate whatever hero you get on top of, but this Orchid's still going to do more than enough. He's got the Orb of Corrosion still, even the Whip, so he'll still slow down anybody he jumps on top of.
Yeah, I like the Orchid pickup here, right? He's very good against both supports of Moodeng. There's even Pangolier catching him off guard.
Is under attack.
I think we're close to BKB watch on the PA, right? In fact, she might have it here soon.
Mag has it
Nice,
as well.
okay.
So potentially, I mean,
Dire's bottom
you
tower
might have to fight Heroic soon, especially if they start hitting your high ground, but it's scary to go high ground against the Mag, obviously. I like this TP, I like the smoke a lot from Heroic. Abaddon with Aegis, the TP is top.
Oh, 4-2-3 jumped in to the Abba, force about the BKB, not in a way you really want to.
Oh,
We'll try to TP away, but a nice hook shot from Schofield keeps him in. 4-2-3 will try to fight in the trees, but this is Whisper's territory. Gets the kill. Yuma the one to pick up the last hit. And that is not the BKB we wanted to see. Now even in the mid lane, pulverized through the BKB of JT. He'll brain analog onto the high ground. There's no Aegis on this guy, but at the same time, I don't think there's any threat. In fact, he comes back in. He hasn't had enough just yet. He'll get rolled on. I want to say he's gone too far, but I just don't believe it. Can they actually kill him? Under the tower, it's a huge one if they can get it, but your PA is already dead. He walks onto the low ground, and Whisper comes up and punishes you even further. Yuma under your tier 4s is just more health results. And they get another 2 kills as they'll take it to a tier 3 tower.
Dire's middle tower is
Yeah,
under attack.
I mean, they're just way too far ahead, right? Like we have mentioned before, all 3 of their cores are so hard to kill. You see the Primal Beast living in the Dire base pretty much, and still not able to die, so. But I think the move they made before, where Abaddon TP's top and just starts running at them, and then they're smoking across, very fast play by them, and again, Schofield is just where he needs to be every time.
Every time. Just perfect positioning in fields. Now, I will say positioning is a lot easier when you have 3 heroes that are damn near unkillable. Still pretty perfect. Man, it's insane that he goes out and he's like, oh, actually, I think I can kill more of them.
Yeah, true.
And honestly, really well done from Abed, keeping him in as much as he can, doing a lot of damage, but it's just him.
Yeah.
His team really wasn't able to offer much.
So we have a full Hex up on the Whisper with the Blink Day already, so BKB is not necessarily gonna save you now.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
This is definitely well, a stomp and a half, and this time they're definitely making the most of this map presence here from Heroic. A 9,000 net worth lead in the power play. Last time they had an Aegis first in game 1, they actually lost net worth with it. I believe it was 3,000 that they lost. So this is just getting stronger and stronger, it seems, as this Heroic lineup seems to have figured out what they really want.
Yeah, I mean, this is also that draft is just so aggressive and punishing this game. Feels also more, maybe a bit more Heroic style. It's all out aggression. It's not like their heroes don't scale as well. Ooh, barely misses.
Almost had him. Almost had him. Honestly, really nice TP away from the PA. That's the kind of stuff that like needs to happen. But it's weird. You've used your TP, and your TP is honestly so valuable as a PA that's behind like this because you want to go out to the side lanes, you want to farm again, but the portal is not too far away. If they want to find you, they will.
Yeah, true. See, Analog is already on the case. Does get spotted though, but
Going for the nullifier here. Thankfully, you do have part of the components for nullifier, but you're still, you know, a good 2,400 gold behind or something like that. So
we have a smoke.
probably looking at another 3 minutes.
Dire are scanning.
Smoke by Moodeng. See if they can catch something here. I don't even think they can kill this guy if nobody helps him.
It's hard. And Heroic, they're just ready to go. They've already brought everybody top. I think at this point, you just need to let this PA get the nullifier. It's big for your team. I mean, Blink BKB nullifier on a PA. You don't take any more damage from this Timber, except for, I guess, maybe his flamethrower, but then you're able to nullifier and hopefully kill somebody on this team. You just need to gather this gold.
Yeah, they see
Hey,
Timber.
this is-
They burst. Perhaps they could burst the Timber. They see Zeus. It's a good target. Oh, but the jump away.
Good jump away, yeah. And now silenced up on the Clockwork. Heal back out for just a second, but at least he didn't really give away too much for that.
Yeah, I mean, when Magen's up there in that spot, it looks like a bad fight, but luckily he gets away there.
Job escaping. Once again, taking an enemy tormentor for this one. Who hasn't gotten the shard yet? Ah, it's Schofield. Okay.
He's just getting more and more annoying. Link Yules, Jetpack,
Oh,
Glimmer.
Lord. He's so much control. And they are walking on the ward, but, you know, cope it up here. You do have a nullifier coming soon on the PA if she's allowed to farm like this. And the
Yeah, I
axe
mean, then
removes
you can potentially burst the Timber Saw. Even through the eggs.
So who else is doing damage though? Oh no, they found the Magnus, and there it is, an easy ult there. Whisper the one to pick up the last hit. Abed forced to roll away. Jabs likely would be a victim as well, but oh my god, they just ripped through Oli. Everybody's running back into the base. Only 2 are left here. Oh man, you need this mag to defend the high ground. Without him, I'm not sure what you can do.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, now that you look at it, they have so much tower damage from the shard and the Abaddon, right?
Huh?
The buildings do die fairly quickly here.
Yeah, they got more than enough. Yeah, I won't even look at this. You're right. There is no sense taking this fight until you got all the items you want. Oh no! She tried to TP away, but it was a huge find. Now Schofield, he can actually get this. They get this kill. Shirley on the PA, wanting to turn around and get anything in return, but she can't. What a beautiful job by these supports.
Schofield is just everywhere this game.
God, that is just... That's bullying, man. They're trying to just TP you back home and fight with an item, but they can't do it. They bring the Abba back. Unfortunately, that guy's got another life, and it's not even with the Aegis. They will pop the ulti here, but that was BKB from JT and the roll from Abed. So without that, oh, nope, they just... Yep, they've had enough. No, I can't blame them. That's GG. Feels like they didn't even take the last fight that they really needed, but I don't think this game was really going to change for them.
No, I don't think so either.